Hello. So I'm supposed to finish the ChitChat mod today. I didn't even check out the whole mod on my own these days. So I'll probably have to still see the code on my own, and I'll probably just try to make some sort of persistence with the messages, and then I should release it at that point. So let me even try to begin. So the last time when I actually tried to work on this, so basically I managed to set it up so I can actually send a message and then get a response. So most likely at this point I should just try to set it up so that messages in between, in this case, should be kind of, how to say, persistent between these users. So I'll have to check the code at this point. So let me just switch back to the bigger display. And see what should I do at this point. So yeah, lots of text and buttons to interact with. As I said, I need to do some persistence, so let me check for the messages part. So this might be, so this is for the first message, to load the first thing in here. Now I have to set it up to make sure that the messages kind of stay when you try to send a message, that the same message still remains when you try to switch between them. That's gonna be kind of still difficult, I think. So that should be done in the setting area. And now I'm supposed to format this. So this is going to take a while. So that's for the messages. Text. Even though the date is defined in here, but I have no idea how should I even set the date manually. So there's no even option of that. So I'll probably have to even try removing that in some way, if possible. So that's for the sending message. So in this case, I'm supposed to set at least the last 4 messages, make sure they're saved. So what should I do? So I need to make a specific group for each user, like specific saved variable for a message. I'll most likely get rid of the date, because at this point it's kind of useless, and I don't think there's any kind of variable to actually get the date in the game, so not much of an option in here. I need to only split this up for a bit. So that's setting the variable, image, date. Okay, so the first date, and sending the message history one by one. So where I'm supposed to set the current selected user in this case? There's also the situation for comparison, at least for Adrian's comparison with Nam, so that he's the only one who actually gets a response in this case. But back to this. So probably have to find a way to actually check who is the first user. So for that I need to check how do I actually switch to that, to every user. Wait, it's over here or no, it's down here. Wait, this is, wait, that's removed button. Wait, that's for switching the messages. It's just two messages, one. So more ChitChat name, chat message, user. So I guess I need to set the variable, one more variable in that case. Okay, let's define a variable over here then. So we'll set a variable called ChitChat message user ID with value of 1, because because Elon is the first one in here. And in that case we need to make sure that that's saved for the current user, that's being where it's being sent. So in that case, first it should actually send the message, and then it should actually persist for the current user. So more or less copy pasting of everything in here. So we should actually add the variable name in here. Actually, let's see. Okay, so ChitChat message for user ID 1 with the set username. So that's how it should how it should go in this case. This way it should be possible to switch between messages and fetch only the ones that are actually mentioned in here, instead of checking the actual current one. I'll probably have to check on that too. Now I'm just copy pasting this and wait, no, not that. This way, and then just copy paste it like that. But this should actually persist with the same messages here, not like the previous one. So I need to revert the counter in here. So it needs to be identical when it's logged. Now the username, oh yeah, that's the first one. Wait, yeah, that's the first. User image, date and text. Actually, I can just copy paste it like this and then just change it from here. That's enough. Now this way, the current the current chat user should stay in the same place in this case. So there's no risk of like losing the chat data when switching between chats at this point. Even though it feels like there's like lots of variables being set. Like if I can actually show you. Yeah, there's a huge amount of variables in here. So that's not gonna be practical for anyone who tries to debug. Now that's set. In the user ID set, I should also open the other two and apply the same change in here. This ID 2 and ID 3. So now that's done. That should persist when sending the message. But now I have to make sure that everything is now being actually restored after switching. So I need to switch back over here. Oops. And now I need to check this part. Let me just first persist this. Okay, maybe I won't save this yet because I still need to make sure that these new lines are restored back. Otherwise this will actually launch all at once. You know, that might be kind of useful, but at this point I'm not going to actually mess around. So let's clean this up for a bit so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, so the element should message in here the first few messages. Now, we have a problem with actual persistent, the messages that are actually persisted in here. To solve this, we need to actually set this a bit more earlier. And that should be done at least inside of mod itself. So when you actually try to install, or maybe not sure if I should do it on install, or maybe it should be on initialization. Yeah, I think I should do it over here at least. Because when you install the mod, you technically have the clean setup in here. So let's do just that, or maybe I should just maybe open a new file instead. No, I'll just go with this. You know, it still feels like quite unpractical. So this is all for the user 1, no. So I should apply like USR 1. And that should be identical to this, to this variable, at least. So I need to repeat the same thing for other variables in here. Let me also do the change in here. Okay, now that's done. Now I'll copy paste again. Actually, is that even needed at this point? Well, kinda. I still need to make a minor setup in here then. So this is user 2. Actually, I used USR. And then for the last user, which is Roddy. Right, so this should be like initial templates for chat messages. Now I have to like maybe at least tweak them. Yeah, I'll also make it set up. So that's kind of a bit flawed already. I forgot to add it in here. So this will probably break something. If I actually didn't realize that's on a separate line. Okay, so those are the templates, and now I actually have to set up the messages to be loaded from the history. So in that case, I actually need to make sure that we get the actual values as defined. So basically copy pasting it like that. Even though there might be a better way, but I think it's basically like this, and then just copy paste it like that, and then just replace it with value 1. But only have to then wait, no. This should be actually removed, and then it should be just added in here. So yeah, that should be the proper way, I think. Hey Jacob, how is it going? Now that's done. I'll do the same thing for other users, just different number. Oh. And then finally also for this guy. We actually deactivated Twitter account. It's okay. They actually, I did see that they actually like switched the SMS. How to say? The two-factor protection for SMS over Twitter Blue under the quote, but even that feature itself is not secure just because of the safety measure for SIM card. So basically, just for an example, even though you get like an SMS verification thing, someone else can still request a SIM card change by basically screwing up with your carrier provider, actually your carrier mobile provider, and then when you get a new SIM card, yours gets deactivated, and then they get in, just basically with simple phone number. Actually never understood why the hell that was even a thing. You just only need like a single one-time password saved somewhere, and that's all. And even then, I don't even like the apps like that have like to install separately. The main problem with those apps is basically you cannot actually transfer them on another device if you ever need to. In my case, I only use like KeePass and then KeePass DX, because that one actually has the not DX. I think it's no KeePass X, see, cross-platform one, which actually has like an option for storing even two-step authentication tokens, and that should actually kind of work a bit more better. Hello unresolved error from Twitch, at least. Yeah, back to this. So I've changed this. So that should make the persistence for the messages in this case. For now, I'm still checking, trying to actually add the message persistence for Hypnospace Outlaw mod, which you can see over here. So as long as that's done, I should be able to switch between messages without losing any kind of messages that were sent in here. At least the last 4, if that's what you're wondering, an unresolved error. It's kind of troubling that I'm still kind of streaming on Twitch and YouTube, but I'm mostly persisting stuff on YouTube, as Twitch does not have much of things to actually store in my case. Now I think that I only have to clean this up. I kind of agree that putting the SMS 2FA, how to say it, two-step authorization behind the paywall is a dick move, but I would say that having SMS authentication on its own is a bad move either way. So you only need like simple two-step authorization code that can actually store on some device. Basically, okay, you can even say it's like just having, instead of 1 password, 2 passwords. Only the one is like automatically generated with time sync. Right now, on the resolved error, I'm not making any malware in here. Oh wait, sorry. Forgot to change the title. I'll change it now in just a moment. Let me find just the title, damn it. I did actually change the info now, but
please return to your post.
Oh. Hold on a sec. So we'll just reset the string quickly for Twitch at least. Okay. I didn't actually expect that someone would actually join on Twitch to check out some malware at this point. Even though I actually did it like a few days ago. No, not a few days, a few weeks ago. Usually there's no activity on Twitch for as much as I know, basically no activity at all. Usually there's only activity on YouTube, but not on Twitch for this. So this was some really bad timing, and basically even my scrub for this. So, but still, I'll probably do the malware maybe some other week. Just not that now, unfortunately. I really screwed this up. But yeah, never mind. Let's go back to this. So I only need to restore this back to the original state. Thanks, unresolved error. I have a feeling that I could actually simplify this, but at this point, I'm not going to risk a lot of trouble in this case. When I actually see that this works, then I'll see about optimizing it maybe a bit. But for now, let's just make sure that this works. I'm not even skilled at even some kind of like keyboard shortcuts, because at some point try even do some kind of like hacky move with keyboard and interact with something, then you can still kind of risk making some kind of mistake that you're not even aware of. And now I also need to do it in here. Most of the time I just managed to actually waste most of the time just by doing this. So this will actually even require reinstalling the app, make sure that it even works. And after that's done, we'll publish it and nothing more to worry, at least. Someone else can actually work on it if they actually really want to. Right, let's save all of this and hope for the best. Okay, let's first get rid of the mod. And now go back.
Downloading Cobalt ChitChat installer.
So the message is, so that's for the first message. One sec, let me see if I switch. Switch. Now it seems reasonable. So let's see if I try to write something. Okay, now when I try to switch back and from. Alright, I think that's now persistent. So when I actually try to write anything, it should persist and it shouldn't affect any other chat. Oh.
New message from Adrian Merchant.
I think the only possible flaw in here is that when I try to send a message and maybe most likely switch in between, that it's going to actually get lost. So that's maybe the major problem in here, but at this point, screw it, I'm not actually bothered to switch this far. Okay, yeah, so I've actually mentioned about optimizing maybe a bit. So there's like lots of this. And well, I also need to set up like some kind of like template messages, maybe at least. Not like make it a bit more, how to say, maybe a bit more interesting or boring, I know. Or should I even get rid of the date though? Like it's always going to be November 5, 1999, even if I switch to another, let's say another chapter, but still. I'll probably just keep the date and without time. So let me just put this back on. Let's see how should I make the template though. So we're going mostly with Dylan in here. So let's see how we should actually, what sort of like discussion we should have with him at least. And we'll just make the time undetermined.
Don't be long, new enforcer.
Actually, how should I even set it? If anyone else actually wants to actually set this,
I'm bored.
I don't know it. For now, I'm just going to put the template like that, or no, that's stupid enough. Let's just set it like at midnight. You know, 12 a.m. Let's make it like that. Let's just say that in 4th edition is just so broken that it's sticking to the November 5th of 1999 at 12 a.m. And that's why it actually wasn't even available for HypnoS or Enforcer edition in this case. So technically a feature. Until someone else tries to fix it. Okay, so now I need to set up some sort of a message. So in the case of Dylan, so what should I actually even try to write up? I need to write something that Dylan would actually write, but in like some kind of chit-chat message in this case. So let's see. Okay, I cannot actually think of anything in here. Okay, let's see if something like this could work. Is there any kind of like resource that I might even consider checking out? Yeah, let me maybe check the chit-chat history, just a moment. I should just try to find the one ChitChat screen, maybe see some details about it. Okay, no, that's the old stuff. Is it in the ads? No, that's not in there. There's also this, but that's actually not even used anywhere. But it's kind of close to actually how Dylan even makes the message, so that I could actually go with that. Let's see. Still, take note of spoilers if we actually play the game at this point. Hmm. Right, so full data merchant, at least for the template in this case, just like set it up like for some kind of initial greeting, explain why the enforced edition of Hypnospace has some problems with the ChitChat, with the specific date or most of other features missing. Not specifically for the date, and to make it a bit more, how to say, Dylan-like, to actually show that he might actually be better at writing ChitChat than whoever actually works on ChitChat in this case. So that's for the first message. Now for Adrian, so he's like a business guy, doesn't know goddamn shit about any technical stuff about Hypnospace or actually HypnoS, and he only thinks of money, money, and money. think there's one example of it. Let's check a bit of more leaking. It should be there in the GIFs folder. So let's see. No, nothing here. Even down here. Oh yeah, that's for the leak. Let's see. So that's for the gig zones. Alright then, let's see. Okay, that's kind of stupid, but let's just make it go like him being like completely brain dead at this point. But what about initial greeting? Maybe there's one part where he actually tries to write something wrong. So let's actually go with this. If you actually play the game and found out the actual part, you'll probably figure out the problem here. Considering that he's kind of like how do you fellow kids meme-like person, so basically very old, trying to actually fit with younger audience, even though he fails at that mostly, and specifically going with writing a message more like some kind of an idiot other than being a professional person. I think this should kind of fit. So first, screw up with writing an actual password, then with the user like being a complete idiot, then at least thank for actually us helping to get rid of like other people who might be there. So basically insulting them at some point, and then insulting them even more by making yourself like more kind of like capitalistic nut job. Okay, maybe this might be quite harsh, but I cannot think of something better at this point. From my perspective, Adrian is the one who actually is most likely responsible for the whole storyline train wreck, at least. And finally for Roddy. I think he should be like the most normal one. Oh.
Please return to your post.
What was the actual name of that one? Let's see. The mail open night. I have actually that one. Dreamport Castle. Yeah, I think that's it. So what? Wait, we. Right, that might fit for the template messages at this point. Oh, maybe I shouldn't like save it like that. Let me just return this for a bit. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can actually do this manually. So replace every new line. That's with no new line with just this, and then replace Sol. So that doesn't count, or it should be like a new line in here though. Let's see about this. And now replace Sol. Yeah. Makes no sense. So even though if I actually set it like extended, maybe not matching the case. Okay, let's just set it up like that then. Start from here then. Hold on a sec. No, that doesn't even work either. I know there's a possibility to actually place it, or I'm just kind of stupid at this point. It's a new line. Nope. And the new line, that should fit. How about the normal way? No, that's not working at all. Never mind, I have to do it manually. Because for whatever reason now the Notepad++ is just broken. I was sure that I was able to actually just replace the new line with... oh wait. It's actually not a new line. I think that's the problem. Because this is actually using CRLF. So it should be NR. Or it's RN. Okay, let's see. And now if I try to add it like this, and now when I try to replace. Now that should work. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it now. That should work. So now that's for the main template, at least. So let me just reinstall the mod again to see how that will work.
Downloading Cobalt ChitChat installer.
Okay, that's for the first message. Wait a second. Oh, god damn it, I think I went the wrong way. So basically that's in the reverse. And I actually forgot to actually change for the username for other users in here. So I'll have to just reverse that and then that should be fine. Oh dear. Okay, let me reverse this. Oh wait. Can I actually reverse? Right, so just need to swap the messages at least. So that should be this one, actually.
Please return to your post.
Okay, that's for Dylan. Now for Adrian, I also have to set up the proper username and also the messages. Let's see. Okay, I might even admit that there's one more flop in here because these are all the messages that were already sent. But let's say that they try to send the messages before you were actually aware of the ChitChat not being kind of available, so that might still apply. So in a nutshell, just treat it as a feature. Okay, we got the message in here, so I only need to swap the other ones. Okay, I think I did something wrong in here. I think so that means that I screwed up the date in here. And for Aegean, yeah, that's kind of the mess up in here. So that's a bit of a trouble. I think that should be fixed by now. It should have enough of characters also. You know, also now finally just to fix it in over here. I think that should fit. Okay, let's replace this all again. Save and restart. Should not restart, log out, and then you know I could actually set it up to load a file. I'll do that if there's like one more change needed. If not, then I'll keep it as it is.
Downloading Cobalt ChitChat installer.
Okay, let's see for Dylan. The date doesn't match it here still. So what was the issue? Is there one date? This whole text, whole date. Oh, I think that's it. So that's another tweak that I need to fix. So that basically means that I actually have to move this to the file at least. Adrian. Oh. That's probably also not preserved. Let's check his one. It should be the message too. I think there are a few more problems in here that I'm not aware of. So let's move this to actually to new file, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is Dylan's part, Adrian's part, and Roddy's part. So the order in here, the problem in here is mostly the order. So user image date text, user image date text, user image date text, user image date text. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, now we have a problem here. So this is for the first message, second message, third message, and fourth message. Same for Roddy. First, second, third, fourth. User 3, that matches. Right, that's it. And now let's save that again. Replace it all. And just a moment. Okay. We'll save it as initial file. It's just in it. So that's just for the setting the messages at least. So let's open the file from here. Let me just check how to actually open the file. Maybe some other way how to actually do it. Yeah, from here. There should be an option. So open file, init.txt. No, let me just reboot and then I'll apply the script. So now this way it should be kind of easier to change the message history. Oh, that's actually not what I wanted. Okay, it's kind of awkward that you can actually even do that. So that's technically like a dynamic file observer for this. But that's actually not what I wanted, right? Open file. Hold on a sec. Open file, messages 3, the text. Oh, I think that's because this is a script. No wonder that it didn't work. Now it should work. Okay, now I actually managed to do that, but then there's a problem. Why the hell there's still no second date in here? So what the hell is wrong with that now? So second date, first user, second date. So that's it. And that's still not persistent. In here, everything feels okay. And for Roddy also looks okay. But for Dylan, there's nothing set for the second date in here. Even though it's defined in here though. Oh wait, that's why. I was checking the wrong date. Alright, let's clean this up again. Rerun the script. Now that's it. Now, oh. Let's see how it will go with sending some messages. Oh. So what's your favorite thing about Hypnospace? So Jacob, I would say the most favorite thing is, I think it's basically browsing just basically browsing the web with various content. So mostly about something unique. So now, I'm not sure how should I actually explain it over here. So let me check for a bit. So I would say, in this case, for this zone, maybe the Hypnocure as like basically for the comparison example of layout. And maybe some marking here, and basically even the logo. So that's kind of still unique, maybe with some features. So that's maybe an example in here. For the Hypnospace, for the newsroom, like you know that there's like some marquee always for the news. That's kind of fancy also option. And maybe like some kind of interact, just more like just various kind of styles in here. Let me see for the cafe, maybe what was actually preferred in here. So the Dylan's page, for example, is quite cool in the design. Basically, have the, I think those are like the chains. You can also navigate up and down, like with anchors. And it's also the free downloads. Usually, when I try to browse the web online, usually they try to find some music to download and play it. So that's kind of the most fancy part in this case. Nothing here for now that can actually even show. And specifically for some people, basically the design in some pages, like for Terrace General Store, So that's one of the examples where you can actually see how much of a train wreck someone's page can be, but still it can function. These days you only have like some templates that are kind of the same thing all over. Kinda like... Wait, the... Okay, that's like one template page, even though it's still kind of modifiable. But I was meaning for the... Hold on, where is he? Where is he? Is he even here? Oh wait, he is in the cafe. My mistake. I forgot the name of the guy. It should be Reggie. So that's basically, this is basically the template page, but you can actually still modify it whichever way you want. Yeah, that's not something like that you can actually do on modern platforms. So yeah, so all these pages are basically this kind of the same thing. Actually, no, not at all. There's one more thing. Yeah, Samantha actually has like the same template, but different style, and it still looks kind of more unique. And this is like the main template, at least. I think that's kind of maybe the best thing for the game, to see actually lots of different designs and lots of different interactions. Now back to this. So we are able to actually have everything persistent in here.
New message from Adrian Merchant.
Yeah, that should be fine in this case. Oh wait, it's actually not. Apparently we still have a problem with here with this being sent incorrectly. But hold on a sec. This was actually being sent by Adrian, if I'm not wrong. Or hold on a sec. I'm still sending the name.
New message from Adrian Merchant.
Oh, I think I know where the problem is. So I'm persisting the old messages, but I'm not persisting the response. So I still have to fix that. So that should be in the send section. So let's actually reverse this and see if we can actually fix that. So this is for the changing the current message here. So I need to check the reply to file in here. So that's this. I'll replace this. So in here we do not have actually the persistent set up. So we're just going to do that. Actually, hold on a sec. I think I can actually put this in another file. Well, I only have no idea if that's going to cause some kind of trouble again. I did say that I'm probably going to optimize a few things, so let's do that. So this should be used to for persistence. So I should just call it like message persistence in here. So now that should require opening the file. So where was the actual for the initialization? Okay, and here now, send a file. So yeah, after sending the file, open the message persistence. Same over here. So that should save the changes when the message has been sent, but I'll also try to send the proper date, at least, to make it midnight. Same for the sent message. Right, let's apply that. Oh, wait, I cannot actually do that yet. I need to first do this. Now save the changes. Let's see if that's going to work immediately or not. Oh.
New message from Adrian Merchant.
Now I need to switch between. Alright, that's now persistent. So the next thing in this case will be to actually see if we can actually do some other kind of replies. It makes no sense if we can actually just stick to few, and maybe set up few more random stuff. Let's see. Let me just reverse this. So this is for the change, for saving the message in here. I should probably set like some sort of response, but yeah, I need to do it over here. So now I need to actually set up some sort of like response messages. So if it's like name1 reply 2, hold on a sec, that means if I try to send the name over here,
New message from Adrian Merchant.
alright, so I actually made a screw up with this. So I'll have to make sure that Adrian doesn't actually just join in private chit-chat between me and Dylan. So that's another consideration that I should do. So for that, we'll probably go with another script. So first of all, let's go back to the send message and apply the condition in this case. So this should be the condition. So if the message is name, and if there should be like two conditions, but now I'm kind of thinking that I might screw this up. So should be careful with that. Or reinforcers can't even use ChitChat for some reason. It's weird how reinforcers can't even use ChitChat. I don't know why. Well, the example is kinda... I think there's like some main reason for that. Wait, I actually killed the tutorial. Can I actually open it?
Welcome to Hypnospace.
Let me just explain it in here.
Your version of Hypnospace Explorer. Because you may be asked to report citizens engaged in harmful, malicious, or illegal activity, your former account will be temporarily deactivated. You may not send messages or other outgoing communications to HypnoS citizens for the duration of your volunteer service.
Please browse the HSPD Headquarters Zone for more in-depth information on using HypnoS Enforcer Edition.
So basically, in this case, the problem kicks in that when you're an enforcer, you cannot actually do any kind of communication at all. Technically, that kind of even that actually makes you like unable to use ChitChat at this point. Even though I'm not sure if that's like intentional or just basically as broken as it is, like my version of ChitChat. So I was stuck in here, so I need to add like a condition of another comparison, which is to check for the current user. So when you actually check the user ID, it should be at least equal to the user that's actually none. So in this case, this should be so that should be for NAM, but I also need to actually, should I also add like the condition here or not? So how do I actually add now the two conditions then? I guess it's like and if in this case. So one if I cannot remember the syntax if there are like multiple conditions. Like you still have to like close them, or otherwise I don't know how this will actually end up. I think it can actually go like this still. I think that's kind of required. There's some better way, but for now I'll kind of stick to this. Let's go with some other messages. Like I can actually put the message comparison some other way. Let me just check something. I'm just trying to check if there's like a possibility to make a better comparison, like making the text uppercase or lowercase, but I'm not quite sure. No, that's not possible. So there's no option to actually set the text to uppercase or lowercase to actually compare it like that. So basically, it's going with the exact messages like this. So that's going to be quite bloated. So let's do this for reply 1. Actually, I should try to set the variables instead. So we should apply the text like this. Let's apply the user. So that should be agent here. Here it should be Dylan. Then body, and then switch this. So that's for the initial greetings at least. And let's see. Send a message, or making it a bit more random. How do I make it a bit more random then? So if it's user 1, maybe should go with that then. Yeah, let's make a better comparison check. So first we need to check if it's like some kind of user. If it is, then check if there's like some kind of welcome message. And then with some delay. Actually, we'll just keep the delay as it is here. one message. Yeah, I also need to apply the avatar. I should make another file just for making sure that files are sent. So it should go with system.apply with the username, the image, the date stays as it is, and then the message or just text. Make a notification, persist the file, open the ChitChat back, and then add the name of the user. And then that should be sufficient as a reply template. So that should be template reply. So it's user 1. Let's make it more tabular. Like maybe that should simplify the conditions in here. I just don't know about the delay. Should I like set it off like that, or I know there's probably going to be a problem with the responses, but still, we'll keep it at least a bit buggy, maybe. Can delay in here. So if there's something defined, if it's not, then just wait again, make a same response, but I should also like generate some random text, but for now, if something else kicks in, it'll just keep to like another condition. So this should be the scope for this. Oh yeah, that's with else, I think. Okay. Else. It's then and if. So now I need to apply that for other users. So if it's user 2, which is Adrian, it's name as initial. Actually, can I? No, not. It's not safe to actually apply something else at this point. I need to make a copy paste like that. Even though I could actually like put it like over here, then the problem is just with the delay. So I'll just keep it like that. So Adrian, here. Now let's see. It might be cool, Jacob, but when I actually keep working on this more and more, it feels like still kind of like a train wreck. Like there's so many things that I can think of that this could be kind of exploited, and then I cannot actually still fix it on my own side. And even the problem with the statuses, as you can see, even though there are like 3 or 3 online, they're not technically all online as they should be. I was hoping that will be actually fixed, but it's still like lots of lots of actual overthinking to actually make sure that this even works. So Adrian's reply, and then also what is the reply? Wait, no, that's not his avatar. His avatar is dispatch.
Don't be long, new enforcer.
Alright, so this should be for the conditions done. And if yeah, I think that's that should be sufficient enough. It might be still troubling, but okay, let's see. That's for message reply. Message. Respond. So now I only have to set up for the standing file, which might be trouble. Wait. It feels like something's missing in here. Oh wait, there's comparisons over there. Oh. So the comparison is over there, and if here, whatever message. So now I only have to try to open the file for the response from here. And hope for the best. Wait a second, so that's for the sending. Initializing, let's see, config. Let's message ChitChat, install, persist, respond. Oh, it should actually get rid of the tabs. Mostly worry about the conditions over here. I think that they may have screwed them up. So as long as they all work, then that will be fine. Oh, and also here. Hope for the best in this case. One restart and let's see how this will go. Alright, let's see. Let's try Dylan first. So for the response, let's go with hi. Okay, I think I already screwed it up. Yeah, there's a screw up in here most likely. Let's see. We'll go with plain pop-up logic then. Yeah, and F.
We.
Might not be practical, but screw it. Screw it. That is. Wait a second. 12 a.m. And that's like for the sent message in here. So that's actually awkward. So why the hell did this actually manage to set it up like that? Few more oddities. Okay, let's place this. Save the changes. And see how this will now go with replies. Nothing even happened. Okay, let's try to just relaunch the app. Just give me a moment. So let me check again. So they pick Dylan. So the value should match. And nothing happens. If I try the pop-up from here, does it even actually reach this part? Nope, it doesn't actually even open the response part, so the problem is with setting a message then. So back in here, let's see. So try to send a message. Okay, that's okay. The pop-up warning, open file, ChitChat, MSG, response. So that's open still. Okay, so this file is actually being loaded properly. And this one doesn't seem to be. Oh wait, it's not response, it's respond. Oh dear god.
New message from Dylan Merchant. New message from Adrian Merchant.
Oh no, I think I screwed up something bad.
New message from Roddy Wall.
So they actually, so this is actually kind of set up that everyone actually replies at this point. So wait a second, if I actually try to move it now. Oh.
New message from Dylan Merchant. New message from Adrian Merchant. New message from Roddy Wall.
Oh god. Let me just check again. So when I try to send a message. So what I'm actually getting after that?
New message from Dylan Merchant.
IED.
New message from Adrian
J.
Merchant. New message from Roddy Wall.
So there's a problem with the condition of the user ID in this case. So basically the response is supposed to be so how should I actually set up the response in this case? Or actually check how does the actual condition works in this case for multiple conditions. So now that's the problem. It will be funny if you say Dylan sucks and then getting banned from the entire fucking chat. Might be a good idea. We'll see. I'm still kind of stuck now with this situation with multiple conditions then. So okay, let's see. So if else no. Okay, let's try it this way. So if that's still just inside of this, if else and if for this, then else if this one, and then if else if this is done, then end if for this condition, and then final for this condition. Wait, and 1, 2, and 3. Message 1, text, message 1, text. Yeah, that's still okay. Alright, let's see if that's going to work. Let's replace all again. Oh.
New message from Dylan Merchant.
I think that's solved, hopefully. Even though I'm not sure why it's actually sending it like multiple
New
times
message
then.
from Dylan Merchant.
Ah, no, it's not solved yet. Actually, I cannot check that. No, I cannot actually check it like that. Oh. Ah, gee. CCG MSG user ID. Let's see if we can actually reach that, or no. I don't think I can. So, okay, we'll install. So it's 2 in this case. So even then it doesn't actually work. I don't know what, I think I should actually make a response for each user separately then. Because this is kind of inconvenient. So I'll make respond 1, 2, 3. Okay, so first one will be just Dylan. Second one is Adrian. And then finally Roddy.
I'm bored.
I think that should be much kind of better option here. So in that case, I'm gonna try to send. Where the hell is send now? Spawned, then just the name of the user ID from here. And that should kind of prevent the situation like this. Now that's safe. So let's respond 1. MSG respond 2. Respond MSG respond 3. I also need to replace that. Save. Give this away and see how this will go. We'll do just a restart just in case. And hopefully that's done. And even better if type in something that like about the leaked documents, you get kicked out from the enforcement duty. I was thinking something like that to I might add something like that. But the problem is that this is kind of like comparing the text comparison can only work with something like basically exact match. So there's no like some kind of like case insensitive comparison as far as I've checked. So not much of an option in here in that case. So you need to like just type in something specifically, something so specific that they can actually match, otherwise it will be ignored. Well, actually, you'll just get something random.
Don't be long, new enforcer.
So at least that's what I actually managed to find while checking the scripts file. I mean the guide at least. I'll see if I can actually do something like that, but for now, Let's try again. This first one, A. I'm not sure why it's actually displaying it twice.
New message from Dylan Merchant. New message from Adrian Merchant. New message from Roddy Wall.
Alright, I think I managed to do it. Now the only problem is why does it actually... Why does it actually try to do it twice?
New message from Roddy Wall. New message from Roddy Wall.
So the message is not empty. Oh wait, send the ChitChat message. No, that's okay in here, I think.
New message from Roddy Wall.
So there might be one more problem. So let me see. Oh, wait a second. It's no fucking wonder why something is wrong. So basically, I forgot to actually reformat this back.
New message from Roddy Wall.
Wait a second.
New message from Roddy Wall.
One more thing, I guess. Place all again. Let's see.
New message from Dylan Merchant. New message from Adrian Merchant. New message from Roddy Wall.
Okay, I think this is finally resolved to the point where responses are now working fine, I think. Unless I missed something. So I think we can actually now try to make some additional responses at this point. Okay, first of all, for Dylan we can actually go with... Wait, we actually need to add the condition like this, else if compare, like that. Okay, let's see. So let's go with some like leak piping at least as a keyword. And then we can actually do that kicking one part. But I think I've done it in some model already. So let me do that first. It should be the one with that. Which one was it? Yeah, the crazy check from here. And if you have like the minor condition of matching Dylan's page, and then restart OS. I think that should fit for this. Now let's try it out. So for Dylan, if you try to write like leaky piping, he should be able to kick you out.
New message from Dylan Merchant.
Okay, that was
New
quite...
message from Dylan Merchant.
That was
New
too
message
quick.
from Dylan Merchant.
I think I screwed up something in here. That was... Oh wait, wait a second. I think I picked the wrong way. That's not... That's the wrong position. That's not supposed to be in here, it's supposed to be in here. And the fast condition also. I forgot about that. Wait a second, we could wait a second. Else in here and no. Let's repeat that.
New message from Dylan Merchant.
Yeah, now it seems to be okay. Now we'll get the pop-up. Yeah, I did it, Jacob. That's basically what we were probably expecting. Even though that's just for the single keyword though. You cannot expect that for literally everything else unless I put like the whole list of all possible words in the in how to say, in a dictionary. That's going to be like literally bloated as hell. Okay, let's see. Hold on a sec, let me just restore this back to this state. I'll go back to this. No. So that's for this part. What should I do, Jacob?
We.
Yeah, never mind about that. Let's say that that he actually just tried to put you back without any like knowledge. I mean, for now let's just keep it like that. Maybe like kind of like scary message in this point. I'm not actually able to think about maybe some kind of better way to how to say improve this any further. So I think this should be enough for now. What do you mean? What happened? Is there anything happening on the stream, Jacob, or I'm missing something?
We.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, if you actually check the script in here for actual restart, it basically just goes in a way where you actually go launch the video for duty removal, wait for a few seconds, then restart the system. Now for the normal gameplay, it actually requires to like changing the chapter, basically going to the next timeline, and then from there everything is already set up for actually giving you a message that you are returned back to the duty in this case. I'm not actually bothered to do that right now. So probably someone else will probably do it in this case. I don't know what now for Asian. I'll just add one more thing. Well, not sure how should I add. Yeah, let's add his password. It's Falcon123. Let's just put it like that. I'm not going to like travel around with making more messages like this, so this should be sufficient. Oh wait, that's too much. So just one example message and just one greeting, one example, and one random. And for Roddy, I don't know what should I give for Roddy in this case. Let me see. Oh. For there's like the dashes are not included in this case. Okay, let's go with I love April, at least the pet. Maybe next time you should make a terminal for Hypnospace. No, not the debug console. If I actually had to make a terminal, that's going to be like that's going to be way too difficult with current modding state. It's make it more to say it's impossible. I cannot think of any possible ways how should I do it. And okay, I actually know how the way that you could do it. You could actually like set out that you can input text in here and then submit it and then process something in there, but you will need to do so many damn commands that it's not worth it. Okay. Okay, let's see for this. So Falcon123.
New message from Adrian Merchant.
Okay, that fits.
New message from Roddy Wall.
Add an Easter egg where if you had sudo rmfrf crash hypnos. I don't know. I don't think that's kind of an option. Let me just think. And that will require like freezing the system, then crash and all that. Basically putting on RSOD. Yeah, maybe not now. Okay, let me just see if we can actually get rid of some files in here. So persist to respond is gone, reply is gone in this case. So let me just do a final check in this case. Let's make a clean run.
Hello new enforcer. Downloading Cobalt ChitChat installer. Important message received from Merchant Soft. Important message received from dispatch.
Oh dear god. The initial state is still kind of broken. Well, I have no idea if I should keep it like that, but... But something still feels wrong. So did get rid of like respond and reply at least. But what about the status? I think that's in here. So I think that's the problem with the status. I think I forgot only to set that up. I think that's the only thing that's now missing. Oh dear god. Okay, I'll probably try setting this a bit in some different place. So I think the best place will be in here on wood script. So that way this should apply a bit more properly without risking any kind of issues in this case. So I think that's right on. Yeah, that should be on wood script. Let's kill the app again and see if that's going to apply.
Hello new enforcer. Downloading Cobalt ChitChat installer. Important message received from Merchant Soft. Important message received from dispatch.
Maybe I should have set like some kind of initial chat in here selection. Or maybe keep it like this, I don't know. Just to show how much this is broken still. Okay, I need to hide that button though. So the button should be gone in this case. What else? What else is missing? Okay, let's see. should try to fix the time also.
New message from Dylan Merchant.
How do I actually fix for the time, damn it, though? So, you know, so it's in here, it's set as usual. Wait, it's actually not even set. Okay, now that timer should be also okay.
New message from Dylan Merchant.
Mhm. Alright, I think that's most of it done. Let me just add one more thing. Let's see for the dispatch image in here. So I'll just add like one of my about files in here. I think what was the latest thing where I actually worked on? I think it was the Quake. No, that's actually not in here. No, not that. The cursor picker at least could have some solid about file. Okay, add that. Now where the hell is that? In the app. Just open the pop-up. The current date is 18th of February. Let's see the night, the time. Alright, that's done. Now we only have one more problem. So if anyone actually tries to actually get this thing, I think the problem is in here that we need to make sure that this is still...
Cobalt ChitChat installer.
Oh, this works. But I'll have to mod it maybe a bit. Like the text, at least. But I don't think I have actual page in here, so to modify it. So, or I should just keep it like this. Maybe shouldn't bother. Like the people we click and they will be still able.
ChitChat installer 1.
Yeah, I'll keep it like that. Why not actually cause any more trouble than this? Let me set up some tweaking first with the configuration. And I think that's it. Now the only thing that remains is just publishing it. So let me just do that. So let's find the
Please return to your post.
I think that's all. I don't think we have anything else left. Yeah, and even if there is something, I think that I'm done. Should be in a zip file. Alright, let's see. So try to add ChitChat. And now I need to actually add a preview. Let me just set this up for a bit. Okay, screenshot of this, I think. I need to just like save this somewhere. Sorry if I'm trying to like switch around with the display. I don't want to show something that you don't want to see. That's the only thing. Okay, now add the file. So that's supposed to be a custom app. Not really a spoiler, but still kind of surprised maybe. No, just a custom app. Go to the next step. Add one more, and just the preview. I'm not bothered to actually add more photos. Just ChitChat file. And let's hold on a sec. And I think that's now available on mod list. So from there I think you should be able to actually get this mod and try it out on your own. Finally, I think that's even all for today at this point. Well, yeah, I think I forgot to do the initialization part for the text, but screw it. If you can actually figure out that you can actually switch between, I think that's it. Yeah, this is basically the end for modding ChitChat because I'm kinda exhausted already and I cannot actually think of any other better ways to add more things. Sure, you can actually add more stuff, but from my point, I cannot think of any more logic to add for this thing. So I'll just treat it as more or less done and someone else can still check it out or do something with it. I don't know. But I think that's it. So yeah, to this point, yeah, it's the end for game modding for now. But in the future, if I'll probably do some modding, maybe I'll do something else. But I should actually do some other malware check soon, and then also do some like all web browsing. So I'll probably go between those two for a while, and I still have to make the video for the bubble boy. I still have don't have enough time. I still have to clean up the whole damn place. It's a lot of things that I have to work with. Along with considering that I was in at FOSDEM, where I actually had some quite a great time. That was kind of giving a bit more motivation to make more stuff. Sure enough, it's not going to be like at fast pace like other YouTubers, but I cannot do anything more. Like some people keep making more and more content to the point that it feels like they're doing a content farm in some way, and when I'm trying to do it, it takes a lot of more time to invest to actually make sure that everything is demonstrated as is, and also to show it in real time without some kind of re-recording in some way. Basically making it more realistic as much as possible. Everyone can just like do like hey, I'm going to demonstrate a virus, so like then this virus has caused like millions and tons of damage, but in reality the only thing that damn virus did was just like copying itself and nothing else special other than other viruses or something like that. So they're just making something clickbait enough to gain attention and not actually bring something useful or some new information. Yeah, sorry about the rant. But yeah, I think that we are done for today with the stream and even the mod. So next time, whenever possible, in next week or the next week, I'll probably go with malware stream or Wayback Machine, or do the Bubble Boy video, depending on the situation. So yeah, thanks for staying overall. Did you take my crash idea? I actually didn't. I even forgot that, and I actually even forgot about adding that, but I probably want to do it this time. If I actually ever come back to this, maybe I could add, or you could also add it. Like you can also like get to the mod, modify a bit, and then also put a mod with some updated options. Okay, I'll admit that probably it will take a time to actually figure out how to make a mod, but you still have an option to do it. Oh yeah, the problem is now that you still have to add the crashing part still, so that's kind of complex. We'll see. I won't promise that I'll probably come back to this unless it gets like really needed. I did actually take your idea for getting rid of how do you say, for terminating terminating enforcer pop-up. So that's one thing that I did. Either way, thanks for staying and thanks for watching. For now, I'll stay offline. You'll be able to watch maybe the bricks for a bit, and yeah, so that's it. Thanks again, and bye.